Hey y'all, it's Elsie. Thanks so much for watching my video. Today I'm going to be drawing Elsa in a time lapse in just my own crazy chaotic style. To be completely honest, when I first started this piece, I had no idea where I was going with it. It was more of just a stress reliever, just to be able to draw and not really think about what I was doing. I'm starting off with just drawing the basics of her face, the outline and the structure. Disney princesses have really large eyes and really tiny noses, so I'm really trying to capture that in this piece. And then I go over it with a waterproof pen because later I'm going to be doing watercolor over this and I don't want the ink to smear. There's nothing worse than outlining an entire piece in a pen just to add watercolor and realize the pen you used was not waterproof. Here I began coloring her face with copic markers, and I figured out very quickly the hard way that copic markers and permanent marker bleed and do not mix well, so yeah, that was not cool. Now obviously I'm not a copic marker expert, but I found when using these it's best to start with the lightest colors and slowly move your way to the darker colors. I don't have very many of these markers because they are very expensive. So the markers you see in the video are the only ones I have in skin tones. Because of this I added a little bit of watercolor just to help add some color that I wouldn't have been able to add if I had used only marker. I love drawing Disney princesses just because of their face shape and structure. Their eyes are so expressive and it's just really fun to get to try to draw someone without the traditional proportions of a more realistic looking human. Here I begin adding some darker color. These are watercolor markers, so they are water soluble. By adding them over top of the hair, I'll be able to add water and blend them together. This time I'm starting with the darker colors just because I know that I'm going to be adding white acrylic paint on top, so I do want the darkness and the shadows. I went a little gung-ho with the black marker, but that's my favorite part and really key to my style, I think, is being able to add a lot of crazy wavy lines and very wild hair. Here I'm using a Copic marker again, this time in blue. I actually only have 2 blue Copic markers, so I added a little bit of watercolor marker on top just to be able to have a little more depth and color here. Fun fact, I've actually not seen Frozen 2 yet. I feel like I'm missing out on a huge part of society by not watching this, and I really need to, especially as I am drawing Elsa. But I saw in a lot of the pictures there's these diamonds and I thought they were pretty cool and made a cool background, so even though I have no idea what they represent or why they're here, I saw them in the Frozen 2 trailer and I was like, I should add those. I can see the entire Disney fandom right now just shaking their head in utter disapproval. But I will watch the movie one day, I really will. And then maybe I can figure out what those diamonds are for. Here I'm just adding some white with a gel pen. I love these things, they add so much color and spark and life to a piece. Afterward, I'm going over the eyes a little more. One thing I've learned is never leave the eyes completely white. They just add so much more character and depth when you have a little bit of color to them. Overall, this piece probably took me about 30 minutes to do, closer to an hour including drying time though. I hope you like how this turned out. If you have any other characters you'd like to see me draw, just let me know down in the comments below. See you next time. Bye-bye.